Hello, I'm Gleaves Whitney, Executive Director of the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Foundation. Each year, the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Foundation awards two distinguished journalism prizes, one for reporting on the presidency, the other for reporting on national defense. These prizes were initiated in 1988, and they recognize reportorial excellence and the fostering of better public understanding of the presidency and of national defense. On behalf of the foundation, we are pleased to present this year's prize for reporting on national defense in 2021. Now, each year, these prizes are presented to the winners at a reception in Washington, D.C. Ordinarily, that's where we give them. But because of the lingering effects of COVID, we are presenting this year's awards virtually. Now, here to present the award is Mike Ford, our good friend of the foundation, because he's the son of President and Mrs. Ford, and he's the recent past chairman of the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Foundation. Mike, it's yours.
Thank you, Gleaves. Hello, friends. On behalf of the Ford family and the Ford Foundation, it is my great pleasure to present the 35th Gerald R. Ford Prize, Journalism Prize for distinguished reporting on the national defense. This year, our recipient is Megan Eckstein, and we will be recognizing her for her superb journalistic efforts in 2021. Megan covers the Navy and the U.S. Marine Corps, and prior to her position at Defense News, Megan worked at Inside the Navy, Defense Daily, USNI News, where she covered military operations and research, veterans affairs, and military families. When recognizing and awarding Megan for the Gerald R. Ford Journalism Prize, the Board of Judges stated, and I quote, "Eckstein's extensive sourcing and research, sharpened by her desire to be on the scene, is a sterling example of reportorial values and excellence that the Gerald R. Ford Foundation seeks to recognize and reward. Megan's insightful reporting reveals a keen analytic sense for the early identification of soon-to-emerge issues," end of quote. So on behalf of the family and the foundation, congratulations, Megan, for receiving this Journalism Award Prize from the foundation.
Mr. Ford, thank you so much. I truly appreciate this honor, and I'd really like to thank you, Mr. Whitney, the whole foundation, and all of the judges for this extreme honor. To say I'm flattered is an understatement. The kind words of the judges really mean a lot to me. As you can tell with us being virtual right now, in the last 2.5 years, we've learned to do a lot of things virtually. It has its benefits. It can keep people safe. It can be more convenient. But I truly believe that when it comes to reporting, there's something you can't replace when it comes to being on the scene, talking to people in person, seeing things for yourself, kind of gaining the feel of the scene. You just can't do that virtually. And I'm so flattered that the judges acknowledged the in-person aspect to my 2021 reporting. Obviously, any trip during that year would have come with the health safety risk that comes with COVID, unfortunately. One of my trips to Ukraine, even though it was prior to the Russian invasion, certainly came with some physical and some cybersecurity concerns as well. But I was so honored to have the opportunity to make those trips, to gather on the scene reporting, to talk to first-person sources, and bring that all back to my readership. The Ukraine trip in particular really stands out to me as, one of my favorite news stories that I've written in my entire 11 years of covering the Navy and Marine Corps, simply because, my editors and I were sort of able to see the writing on the wall. We knew that the tensions in Ukraine and on the Black Sea weren't normal, and to be able to go see for myself what was truly going on and bring that context back to our readers, I think really proved just so important in February when the invasion began, to have that on the scene background context. Like I said, well, sorry, my cat's joining me. That's another benefit of the virtual gatherings. Like I said, we've learned to do a lot of things virtually. Operating here in DC, there's a lot of press conferences you can attend, a lot of budget markups that you can watch. But getting out to some of the shipyards that I write about, being able to report on the scene, speak to the workers who are actually building ships and repairing ships. I think that's been a real highlight of the past year of my career. And again, I'm so honored that you and the judges and the foundation chose to honor that. One last thing, I couldn't get through this speech without thanking my editors because they're the ones who gave me this wonderful opportunity. Marjorie Sunser in particular is my news editor and just has a wonderful way of finding the best in our reporting and helping make the writing shine. And I'd really like to thank her for all the hard work put into that, as well as Mike Gruss and Chris Martin, who have just been so supportive of my reporting endeavors and my travels. So Mr. Ford, if I could please thank you again, Mr. Whitney, the foundation, the judges. This truly is an honor, and thank you so much for this.
Thanks, Megan. Wonderful work at the very highest level. And again, congratulations on receiving this journalism prize, and really wish you the very best for your journalistic career. So I'm going to now turn this back over to Gleaves to conclude our program.
Thank you very much, Mike. We're just so happy to be on hand for this occasion. And on behalf of the wonderful judges who participated in this whole process and truly chose well, and on behalf of Mike Ford and the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Foundation, I want to say congratulations once again to Defense News and to Megan Eckstein for winning this year's very prestigious prize for distinguished reporting on national defense. We're so happy for you, Megan. Well, this concludes our program, and we thank you very much for watching.